Don't worry, that was just one of those fake AI videos. This, however, really happened to that guy from Homestead Rescue.
Marty Rainey, anybody in the Hatcher Pass area, anybody at Fishhook, bring gallons of water, or fire extinguishers. Just come to the edge of the cabin. We're on fire. We're on fire. Off grid.
Show a fire. Get pictures.
I will. Can't believe this is happening. There's some kind of a chimney fire. Don't step out the front. Go. We're gonna slowly watch our life go up in smoke. Oh no.
If it can happen to that guy, it can happen to anyone. Whether you're in an off-grid log cabin, a funky little A-frame like mine, or a tiny house on wheels, the risk of fire looms large. From wood stoves, lanterns, even solar electricity. The truth is there's no way to fireproof anything 100%. But if you're careful and make good choices, I believe you can avoid burning alive and enjoy rustic living the way it was meant to be. In this video, I'm going to show you what I did to ensure my cabin does not become a flaming death trap, including a secret that I think makes it virtually fireproof. Be sure to stick around for the match test. See for yourself if I'm full of bunk or bona fide. I am not now, nor have I ever been, a fire safety expert. I'm what you call a member of Generation X. My level of risk tolerance might be a little bit higher than yours. Do your own digging, figure out what's right for you. Just as every person is different, so are the fire hazards in each cabin or tiny house. Now, we're not talking about wildfires here. If you live in the western US or another area that's prone to wildfires, I don't know what to tell you. Apart from wildfires, the fire hazards you need to worry about stem from three necessities: lighting, heating, cooking. When it comes to lighting, I prefer the ambiance of a burning flame. So I've got various lanterns and oil lamps that burn either kerosene, paraffin oil, or white gas. If you're not comfortable with liquid fuel, I'm also a fan of these gas lamps that fit on a standard isobutane canister. The leather covers you can buy look pretty nice too. I put a link down in the comments if you want to get one of these babies for yourself. When it comes to heating on a cold night, if you ask me, a fireplace or wood stove or propane is the only way to go. I've got this little Canadian-made cubic mini stove. I'll also put a link down in the description for this if you're interested. So any way you slice it, you're going to have some fire hazards. My cabin has them in just about every direction. So I used a three-pronged strategy that I feel makes it reasonably safe. 1, the basics: fire extinguisher, smoke alarms, alternate exits. 2, I used non-flammable materials wherever possible. 3 is the most important piece of the puzzle. And to be honest, I'm surprised I haven't seen more people talking about it on Reddit or some of the off-grid or tiny house forums. I'll get to that in a minute. First, let me show you the non-flammable material choices I made when building my cabin. The best example is this corrugated steel I used as interior paneling for the area around and above the wood-burning stove. This metal barrier provides a heat shield that protects the wood-framed walls. As a bonus, it also retains heat, acting like a radiator to keep the place warmer longer during the winter. The stove also sits on a ceramic tile shelf I built for it. Even though steel obviously won't catch fire, I did coat the inside sheets with some penetrant to condition the surface. I was concerned this oil-based layer would be combustible, so I took a blowtorch to a scrap piece to find out for sure. The good news is, it did not burst into flames. One less thing to worry about. The same steel used on the inside is also used as roofing around the chimney exit. Even though the chimney cap has a spark arrestor to catch any embers, the metal roofing provides some added assurance. Similarly, metal-clad cable was used for any electric wiring that is permanently sealed in the walls. Speaking of inside the walls, I used a few different kinds of insulation, all of which are fire-resistant. Most notably, mineral wool, sometimes called rock wool, was used between the sloping rafters running from the base all the way to the peak. It's basically made from slag, a byproduct of steel manufacturing, combined with limestone and other minerals, thus the name rock wool. First we tried lighting it with a match. When that didn't work, I gave it the blowtorch treatment. No surprises here, but definitely reassuring. The side walls are filled with a fiberglass-infused rigid foam that goes by the brand name Thermax. I was a little surprised by just how fire-resistant this stuff is. The blowtorch had pretty much zero effect on it. I think NASA could use this stuff on space vehicles for atmosphere re-entry. It's blackened, but otherwise intact and unscathed. A couple bats of this fluffy white insulation was laying around, so I used it up in the loft. I don't exactly know what it's made of. Maybe it's ceramic fiber or something. All I know is it would not burn. If you know what this stuff might be, tell me down in the comments. I also used this Foamular extruded polystyrene in a few places like the bump out ceiling. The maker, Owens Corning, said it is combustible, but in my test it just kind of melted away and fizzled out. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Okay, here's the secret that I think can make any cabin or tiny house virtually fireproof. I did some digging and discovered this stuff called Class A fire retardants. It's also called Intumescent spray. It's sold under various name brands like FireTech, FireGuard, and Firecade 2000. I chose to go with one called Master Flame. According to the manufacturer, it is non-toxic, eco-friendly, and easy to use. It's been tested and approved by NFPA 701, ASTM E84, and California Title 19. Sounds like good stuff. It's a little expensive, but if it does what it says it does, then I think it's worth the cost. And a gallon goes a long way. I was able to treat all the critical areas of this cabin with just 1 gallon. I sprayed that stuff everywhere. Up in the framed walls, where the chimney exits the roof, on the barnwood shiplap paneling, and above the lanterns. And just so you know, Master Flame did not sponsor this video. If you want to use it yourself, I put a link down in the description. Probably the most dangerous fire hazard in my cabin is the burlap potato sacks I used up in the loft for wall covering. If Master Flame can make that stuff fireproof, well then I'll be a true believer. So we took one of the leftover sacks and treated half of it with Master Flame. The other half was left completely untreated. Then we held a match under each side. What happened next was pretty darn impressive. As you might expect, the side not spray treated was quickly reduced to ashes. But when the flames reached the treated side, they just stopped, straight down the center. Apart from blackening the surface, even the blowtorch had no effect on the treated side.
Wow, it's really not burning anything.
There was plenty of smoke, but not a lick of fire. We tested Master Flame on a few different types of the wood materials used in my cabin. Every time it got charred, but it never caught fire, no matter how long we held a blowtorch to it. Here's a side-by-side of the shiplap paneling used in my cabin. Just like the potato sack, the untreated scrap burned to a crisp, while the treated one held out. I'm convinced. Life is risky. In fact, I want my death certificate to say, cause of death, birth. No one's going to make it out alive. In the meantime, just be careful, don't be stupid, use common sense when staying warm, lighting the dark, or just sitting there staring into the fire. If you ask me, it's worth the risk, as long as you use the safety device between your 2 ears. But what do I know? Just a big guy who hangs out in a tiny house.